Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Tim's and Stilettos. I'm your favorite girl, Davina.
And I'm your medium favorite guy,
Oh, we still
Armand.
on medium?
Still on medium.
Okay.
Lukewarm. I ain't get there yet.
Okay, are you closer to back to being favorite or
You're always the
least?
favorite,
I know.
so I'm in between. Sometimes if I talk about wigs, I go down to the least favorite. It all depends on how bad I talk about the women wigs the week before. How my
Okay, so what's this week?
This week is medium favorite because that this week I did the live, and
Mm-hmm.
glad you're feeling better and back in
Thank you.
studio.
Thank you. Thank you.
And so I was the favorite for that day
Because I wasn't there?
because you wasn't there.
Okay, got it. Well, here we are. And
All
here
right.
we are after
That's right.
1,000
1,000
listens.
episodes. That's right.
Hey.
Get that high. 1,000 episodes. We can't
No,
say
not
thank
episodes,
you.
listens.
I mean,
Streams.
1,000 streams.
Yes.
Can't say thank you enough.
Yes.
They always say that first 1,000 is hard to get to and it takes a long time, but we actually did it, and we started in October,
September.
October, November, December, January, February, March, April. 7 months.
7 months.
So that means y'all like our bullshit. So that's what's up. So we gonna keep giving y'all bullshit and
Yes,
more and more bullshit to come
We are.
until we get to the next 2,000 streams. We trying to get a plaque up here at Gotham Podcast Studios with a hundred 100,000
Yes.
streams. You know what I mean?
That is motivation every week when we come
That's
in here
right.
and see it.
We
That
got-
is
we gotta
my
get-
motivation.
We gotta get our plaque up there.
Yes,
We definitely
yes,
gotta get our
yes,
plaque
yes.
up there. Thank you to Gotham Podcast Studios for always looking out for us.
Especially today. I'll tell you what happened later.
Okay,
Yeah.
so let's go.
Okay. So today we're going to play
I don't like how this sounds.
8 questions.
These listeners' questions.
No, these are relationship questions.
Oh, from the listeners.
Some are from words, I know them.
Mm-hmm.
Some are from listeners, and some are from online.
Okay, let's get into it.
Is it
Question.
okay to date around?
You gotta be more specific. Is it okay to date around when you're while
No,
dating
just
somebody?
dating.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Of course. I mean, everybody has a different view on dating, and I say this over and over again. I think it's okay to date two people. It's dating. You're getting to know them, so it's not like you're saying I'm committed to this girl. I'm going to date her to see if this one don't work out. I'm gonna date her just in case it's a backup. No, don't work like that. You date
Okay.
two people to figure out which one, because I'm sure you have a number of people you have in mind you want to date, but you do the process of elimination to the two you think that works best for you. That's going to best make your life better, and has everything that you need. So
Mhm.
dating around is good, as long as you're honest to the other person that
Okay,
you're
that was
dating.
going to be my next question.
Yeah, as long as you're honest about who you're dating with,
Now, how do you bring that up in conversation?
it's not hard. I think the hardest thing is hearing that you're not the only one I'm dating, for women and for men.
Fair.
I don't think it's really a bad thing to say, hey, you know, just to be transparent, like, yeah, I'm dating you, but I also go out on dates with other women because I am in the dating process.
Mm-hmm.
Women don't want to hear that. Women don't want to hear that there's other people around you that has the opportunity and see what you see.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
Right.
they don't want to hear that. It's not a bad thing. It's just that they don't want to hear that. So they block out the fact that he's being honest with you, and all they hear is that it's other women.
Or
Mm-hmm.
do you think that makes someone work
Competition.
harder?
I don't think you should. That's on the other person. I honestly think that you should be like the way I think.
Mm-hmm.
You could date whoever you want to date. They're not gonna do what I do. I'm not worried about competition when you date somebody. Like, I know what I bring to the table. I know the man I am, and if you don't choose me, then that's fine. I do what I was supposed to do as a man to make sure you see who I am and what I can bring to your table.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't choose me, that's up to you. And I think if everybody have a mindset like that, then it wouldn't
I
really
don't
be
think everybody does.
because it's not competition. It's just finding someone that fits into your life the way you want them to. And
Yeah, I'm not saying competition. I'm saying more of like maybe I'll send him gifts or I'll send him flowers or, just do a little bit more to stand out as opposed to continuing to be themselves if they didn't know you were dating someone else?
Um, I don't think you should do nothing extra
I
in
don't either.
dating. I think you should be the person that you are. If you're a person that when you date somebody, you giving a gift on occasion, and that's what you normally do because that's how the person. Then you'd be that person. I don't think because you find out he's dating somebody else that you do something more than you normally would do because then you feel like you're trying to buy him, and and then a real man is gonna be like, nah, you don't have to do this. Like, he's gonna be like, nah, I don't want
A
it. Like,
real man,
it's
but
gonna
a
be like,
lot of men,
is gonna jump on the gravy
yeah.
train and be like, oh, okay, you give me this. And some men are gonna start making suggestions. Well, the next time you think about me, look at this. You know what I'm saying? So, um,
It's a new Madden game coming out.
j- it's
I don't know if it is. I'm just saying.
it's not that hard, but it depends on the man you're talking to and where he's at. If he's in it to find somebody to be down with him for a long haul, the gifts don't really matter to him because when you're in a relationship, gifts come automatically because that's the type of person I am. When you're with somebody, every day is Valentine's Day, every day is a holiday, every day is an anniversary. It might not be the biggest and best things every day, but it's a token to show that I appreciate you being here with me every day.
Okay.
So,
All right. Fair, fair, fair. Next question. Is it okay to date someone who does not share the same religion as you?
that all depends on your religious belief. That all depends on how their religion is and what their value is and how they look at religion because that could be a thorn and that could be something that y'all both fight over in a relationship because suppose he's a seventh evangelist and they like to
A
go
Seventh Day Adventist?
yeah and they go to church on Saturdays and
Yeah.
you go to church on Sundays and that's just it's just like I work on Saturdays so I can't go to church with you. I'm off
Right.
on Sunday. I go to church on Sunday. That would take some two people coming together to make it work. But if your beliefs are what your beliefs are and you're strong into your beliefs, that's not really going to work because no one is going to budge. Especially if you go to the Seventh Day Adventist church, that's what they go on Saturday. They don't go on Sundays.
Right.
So how you going to go to church and praise God the way you want to if you can't go on Saturdays? You know what I mean? So that would be kind of hard.
I think with the religion, I think it could work. I think it would depend on what your religion is.
Right.
Because I'm an AME.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm dating a
Baptist.
Baptist, that's almost the same thing.
Right.
It's just a different name for it.
Right.
Now, I've seen Kojic, Church of God in Christ.
Okay.
I will say this. I remember being 14, 15, staying the night at my friend's house and going to church with them, which was totally fine with my mom, but I wasn't used to how they had service.
Right.
I didn't grow up with the shouting and the
praise dancing and everything.
No, we did praise dancing.
Okay.
I was the teacher of the praise dancing at
Okay.
church. But my first time seeing someone shout, I went home and was like, Mommy, I thought the person was having an epileptic fit.
Nah, they was catching the Holy Ghost.
Correct. But that's not what my church does. So dating someone who is Kojic, I might be like, you can be Kojic, but I'm not going to church with you because y'all in church all day.
Right.
No. I could date a Catholic because they in church for an hour.
Okay, that works.
So
So I guess it's just on religious beliefs and how close in religion it works out
Right.
for you two because you don't want to be a Jew or a Jehovah's Witness and
Oh, no, I'm not dating.
and then you be a Catholic. I don't think that'll
I'm
work.
not dating them. I'm not dating an
Right.
atheist.
I don't think that would work. You know what I'm
No.
saying? So, it all works on the people and
Right.
the person that you're with. A lot of people they don't change their religion, but they will alter how they do church because they're with somebody who does it differently.
Different?
Yeah, because
But are you being real?
but some people have that mindset that we're all praising the same thing. When I praise him, what day I praise him don't matter as long as I do praise him.
And that's true
You get what I'm
too.
saying? So some people have that mindset and they will work because they're like, you know what, I don't need to go on Sundays. I'll go on Saturdays with you.
No,
But not everybody. Some people are like, well, listen, Saturday doesn't work for me. Like,
it doesn't. We
No.
record on Saturdays.
So it's like,
So sorry.
yeah, it all depends.
Okay, that's fair. Um, what do you think about a Christian
Mm-hmm.
dating a Muslim?
Mm.
Because now you're not only changing or looking at religion differently, you now might have to cook differently. You might have to party differently. You might have to grasp at an entire different lifestyle.
Um,
Because if I'm not mistaken, with Muslims, when they go to mosque,
mm-hmm.
they don't even sit together.
No. So with that, I would have to say that's kind of hard for me because one, I don't really know the Muslim faith and how they
Me
do
neither.
service, and I don't even know how really Catholics do church. So me, I'm like, don't know either one of them. I was raised in a Baptist church,
Okay.
so you know,
I only
catching
know
the Holy
about
Ghost and all that
Catholic.
other stuff. I've seen that shouting in tongues and all that.
Okay.
I've seen that.
Okay.
I've never been to a Jehovah Witness. I've never been to a Seventh Adventist, or however they say it. No disrespect to it if I'm saying it wrong, but all I know is that with religion, I just feel it becomes whatever you decide it to be,
Right.
or however you want to make it, however you want to praise them, however you want to be. That's up to you.
Mm-hmm.
Your partner, it all depends on whether they can be flexible about their religion beliefs and how they do things, or it's like, nah, this is how I've been doing this since I was born, and my family been doing it like this. I know you're a Muslim, but you can either go to your church when I go to your church, or I can go to my church and we'll meet in the middle.
Hmm.
You know,
Okay.
because there's some people out there that's Muslim and some practice a different religion, but like I said, it's the two people that make it work.
Right. Right. It may work for some and not for others.
And religion is a very touchy subject.
It is.
And it can make things very, very blow out of proportion
Yes.
if not treated with care on both sides.
Agreed. That I agree with. Next question.
Mm-hmm. Nope.
Let me ask the question.
I
first.
didn't even like the little laugh that came before the question. I was like, nope.
Is it okay
Mm-hmm.
to have sex
Mm-hmm.
before I'm married?
Hell yeah.
I mean,
Hell yeah. You want to sample the goods. You want to marry somebody that can't do nothing. Then you be married into something that you can't get out of.
so
Like, listen, we all.
what if you met someone who was like, no, I'm not a virgin, but I have decided not to engage in sexual activity until I get married?
Okay. And I'm going to just be like, well, I respect you for your beliefs, but that's not something that I wanted to wait to see what's going to happen because, you know, that's their preference. If you in that mind frame, like where sex is everything to you right now, and you want to learn the person, then fine, you'll wait, no problem. But if you're a person that's like, well, I don't know if I can wait until marriage and then I get married and then I find out that this is not even worth being married
It's
to.
trash.
But you know, you
I
start
get
to
it.
love the other parts of her that you don't have yet. But when that one part comes, it can be it can make a relationship change a lot.
Bad sex?
Yeah.
Okay.
Especially if you don't know about it before you get married. Like in relationships now, people barely want to be with somebody because they don't eat pussy right. Or they don't suck dick right.
I agree.
Or because they fucking nails is dirty and they be trying to finger them with dirty. You know what I mean? Like, it's a whole lot of reasons people don't mess with people because when it comes to sex.
I agree.
Oh, you dick gotta smell. I don't want to. You ain't circumcised. I can't do it. Or your lips are too loose for me. Or you know what I mean? Like, you're not wet enough for me. It's so many different reasons why people don't get in relationship with people because of sexual issues.
Mm-hmm.
So to go and be with somebody for let's
2-3
say
years.
a year and a half.
Okay.
Because when you've been with somebody and you ain't having sex, you ain't waiting no 2-3 years to get married. Off the back, you speeding that shit up off the mat. That wedding is going to be between 1 year in 16 to 18 months. That shit ain't going 3 months, 3 years. It's not. It's not going that long.
Well, maybe I should do that.
It's
Maybe
not
I
going
get
that
married
long.
sooner.
You know what I mean? Like, it's not going that long because two people ain't gonna want to wait. The sexual frustration is gonna be, the tension is gonna be a lot,
Right.
and it's either you know or you don't know.
Okay. But do you think it could be something that could be worked on? Like if you wait until marriage and you like, I waited 2 years for this.
Listen, it's oh man, that one right there is hard because as much as people say sex is everything in a relationship, it's about 35 to 40% of a relationship. In all
I would
honesty,
agree with that percent.
I really think it is. It's not half, but it's up there. I think the other part of it is maybe loyalty and trust, and then love takes over the rest. But sex is a high percentage in a relationship. People don't get married because I love him and he can't fuck. I'm just so in love with him, but he doesn't please me, so I'm still going. Nobody in the world ever said that.
I would never.
Nobody in the world ever said I married him because I just love him so much. Oh man, he must do everything for you. No, he can't fuck, but I love him. Wait, what?
Then he can't do everything.
So that right there, I don't know.
Would you consider you're about to get engaged? Well, you just got engaged, and you're hypothetically, y'all, and your fiance comes to you and says, "Babe, let's not have sex until we get married." You had sex already, so you know that it's up to par.
I would ask her why she would want to do that.
Because she just feels like
It would bring something better going into the marriage.
Right.
To wait, I can respect that. I would probably wait. If she says this to me when we get engaged, you mean like right after we get engaged?
not right after, but
A few months later,
maybe or right before,
right before I can get proposed to her.
right? Like
Nah.
you guys have talked about getting engaged, and she's like, "Okay, we can get engaged, but just know."
When we get engaged, that we need to stop having sex
it off.
until we get married.
Right.
If I want to marry her, that means I'm in love with her. That means that this is the person that I choose to spend my life with her. So I would make it work. And I think at that point, the sex is already not an issue. I don't think I would have a problem with it because I already know what I'm getting.
Right.
So I don't think that would be a problem with waiting because at that point, you already know what you got and you know the woman you got. Now, you know what you do grow. You grow that connection
Absolutely.
mentally, emotionally.
Absolutely.
You grow a stronger connection that
That
way.
communication.
And then when y'all do have sex again, it's going to be that much explosive because y'all connect on all levels. So that is something that possibly can get done, yes.
Okay, that's fair. What are some character traits I should look for in a significant other?
For you? You want me to tell you what you should look for? Or what?
Oh, please tell me what I should look for. I am all ears.
We're gonna do each other. You want to tell me what I should look for? You want to tell me what you should look for?
I am ready.
For Davina, I think that Davina needs somebody that's definitely tall, preferably between the 6'2" and 6'3" range. 6'4", 6'5" is really good, but it's a rare commodity that you're gonna find that. It's rare. You might find
Okay.
a 6'1" to 6'3". It might, go there. I think he has to be very into arts. I think he has to be a person that's into arts, whether it be like arts, photographing, or things like that. But he has to be in that realm because that's what you're into, arts and crafts and dance and things like that. It
Creative.
all forms in the same realm. So that way y'all have a great conversational pieces and there's something to build off of. He also has to fit into your humor. He has to have a sense of humor.
Okay.
I think you definitely want somebody with a sense of humor, and financially and emotionally ready to be in a relationship. So he has to be had his phase where he needs to talk to 15, 20 different women. He have to have his phase where he just wants to buy everything in sight, and he knows the balance of saving and putting away for a rainy day.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what you're about. You're about maybe being better as financially and also as a person. So he will definitely have to match you on them levels. And if that don't work, I would say the total opposite. But he still has to be in that art. He still has to know about.
So the most
arts.
important thing for me is someone who's creative.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Whether it be creative or entrepreneur, because
Okay.
he would definitely relate to you.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Shoot.
My turn?
What you got for me? Shoot.
Okay. So, number one, she has to know that your daughter comes first.
Always.
She can't be jealous.
Mm-mm.
You would prefer no wigs and stuff like that. You don't mind it, but if you could meet someone who was into natural, that would send you over the top.
Yep.
Entrepreneurship is important to you. And I feel like someone who is just like all around kind
Yeah.
is important to you. You don't do the jealousy or anything like that, but someone who's just nice.
Right. Just a good person all around, like just naturally nice and just be themselves. Yeah. That's
Right.
basically
And someone who's active.
very.
You don't like the homebodies who just want to, oh, let's just sit home and watch a movie.
I mean,
Every once in a while.
every
but
once in a while.
in the
but
summer, you would
I
rather
would-
be
yeah,
out
Definitely.
doing the movies at the beach or at the park or something
Yeah,
like that.
definitely.
Just saying, hey, let's rent a car and
Go for a ride.
go. That's you. But number one, your number one for me was entrepreneur / creative. Your number one is your daughter.
Well, that's kind of changed over the years because my daughter will always be my number one. But she's at an age now where she has to make her own decisions about relationships and things like that. And I'm at the age right now where, my daughter's grown. I mean, I really don't need her approval or her disapproval because she's grown. She knows she knows right from wrong. So whether she likes somebody or not, she still is going to have to be respectful.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, it was the difference when she was 10 or 11 and she's still a kid, and what she can learn from the person I'm with can be detrimental to her growing up.
Right.
But now she's a grown up, so, I think I would listen to her if she says, hey, Dad, I don't get a good vibe about this person. I would listen to it, but that would be, in turn, my decision to make. Because
Okay.
she's older now. She's 20 years old now, so what the person I'm with doesn't make her never mind. She can choose whether she wants to be around them
Right.
or not. You know what I mean? That's her decision.
Right.
So I think she's always gonna be number one, but like that's not really like the number one anymore. I would say like number 2, 3, somewhere around there.
Let's just do 1.5.
Okay, 1.5. All right, we got it. That's cool.
Because I think 1 is always going to be there. If she calls,
Oh,
you're going to
definitely,
answer the phone.
definitely,
If she needs
definitely,
you,
definitely.
you're going to be there. So she still has that number 1 in the number.
She got the asterisk next to her.
Exactly. Exactly. But you did good. You did good with.
I be trying.
That's tough. Here's a good question.
Okay, let's go.
How to build trust in a relationship? How do you build trust in a relationship?
For me, you already have my trust until you show me I can't trust you no more.
Okay.
So, case in point, we start a relationship. I trust you off the bat. Hey, babe, I'm going out with the girls. No problem, no problem. You're going out with the girls. Okay, no problem. Have fun. Where you headed to? Oh, we're going to go to such and such house to hang out, such house. Okay, no problem. I get a call 2, 3 in the morning. Hey, babe, we at club such. Can you pick me up? I thought you said you was going to, what's the name, house? Oh, yeah, we decided to go somewhere else. I'm not saying that you need to check in, but if
Let me
something
know.
happens, I need to know, hey, plans change. We're going to such and such. And it's not that you're being dishonest, but it's just the simple fact of being respectful, because
Right.
it's the same way as if I would say, hey, I'm going to Brian's house to go hang out, and then Brian in turn say, yo, fam, I don't want to be in the house, let's go play some pool. Quick text message, hey, babe, Brian wants to go play pool, we're going to go play pool.
Right.
At least so if I call you, hey, and you call me, you hear noise in the background. Hey, where you at? Oh, I'm at the pool hall. You get my text message. I text you, told you I'm at with Brian at the pool. It won't look suspicious to you. Like you just told me you was gonna be at such and such house, but now
Right.
you're outside. I hear women in the background and things like that. It's just so that way it won't be any unexpected turns, and you won't feel like I'm trying to
Lying.
hide stuff from you. So, but I believe in freedom to do whatever you want. I believe in freedom to go anywhere you please. I don't think you need to tell me every aspect of your life. That's not the man that I am. But if you say, hey, babe, like I said, I'm going to Keisha's house to hang out, and then Keisha in turn say, hey, girl, I don't want to be in the house. Let's go to the lounge on 25th and have a couple of
Well,
drinks.
Keisha better call me and tell me this before I get to her house because
Depending on what I'm wearing, we
what
ain't
I'm
going
wearing,
nowhere.
we ain't going
Right.
nowhere.
But it's just that respect level,
Right.
and just things to that nature. Because anything can happen, and then something happens, and I get a phone call. Oh, hey, something happened to your girls, and I go to Keisha's house because that's the last place I know she was at, and
Right.
she's not there. I'm like, what the fuck? Like
Where
where's
is
she
she?
at? Where you said she was? And then it's just the overall just a safety. Yeah.
I don't think that's the control or anything
No.
like that. I just feel like it's like you just said, it's safety.
Yeah. Control is call me when you get there, or control is not call me when you get there, but every time she makes a move, she needs to let me know where she's going. No, that's
Or
not.
ask
That's
permission before she
that's,
goes.
That's not the type of man that I am. I just
And nobody should be with a man like that.
and I believe in being honest and transparent and telling people where you're going, so that way if something happens, they know where you're at.
Right.
Like suppose you at a spot with your girls and they get shot at, me like, babe, they shooting, and you're like, where the fuck you at? You said you was gonna be at what's the name house. Why would they shoot? They shooting at her house, and you don't know.
in the
So,
neighborhood, what's going on?
like,
Go in house.
right? You lose valuable time. You get in the car, you jump over to go to Keisha's house. When that's reality, she's over 125th.
That makes
Keisha lives
sense.
in Queens. So now you got to go from Queens all the way to 125th and home,
that
right?
is
You know what I'm saying?
valuable time
So
lost.
you just want to make sure that your woman or your man is safe. For some women, it's a control thing. For some men, it's a control thing of knowing where they're at and where they're at every time. But for me, no. But trust is given from the get-go. Is little lies and little deceit
Notches
that
away.
notches down
Okay.
the trust, and then I have to treat you accordingly. And first, it's a conversation that goes on first. Like, hey, what's going on? Like, on this day you said you was doing this, and then you wound up doing something else, and then this day you said you was doing this, and then you wound up doing something else. I'm not mad that you did that, but like, at what point do we have a communication and start to say, hey, listen, babe, plans change. I'm going to do this, this, and this. Like, where's the respect for me at to not let me know what's going on? Because that's what trust is about. Trusting in another person to be themselves, their true self, when you ain't around.
Right. Because you always represent your mate,
Mm-hmm.
even when you're not together.
Mm-hmm. Everywhere, social media, at work,
Getting to work.
in the park playing ball with the fellas. It don't matter where you at. When you're with somebody, everything you do can come back and be a positive effect to the person you're with, or a negative. So you gotta be careful what you do.
Oh, excuse me. Oh my goodness. I agree with that though. I agree with. I'm gonna give you all the trust,
Right. It's
and
up to you to
then
lose it.
when I see these little lies, when these red flags start coming up, and you telling me this, but then later on we have a conversation and it's this, that's a problem.
That's that Barry White. Telling me this and telling me that.
No, because that's a good song.
That's my song. I thought I had the Barry White voice in the mic. That's why I did it. No, it didn't sound like it. All right, my bad.
You missed the mark.
Oh, okay. Sorry, Barry White. Wasn't trying to destroy your legacy.
It's all right. It happens. It shouldn't, but it happens. Oh, wait, where was I?
So these a lot of interesting questions here.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I need the answer to this
Uh-oh.
question. Where is the best place to find someone of quality to date?
Let's ask Siri.
Ask Siri.
Hey Siri. Where's the best place to find someone to date?
Okay, I this on the web for where's the best place to find someone to date. Check it out.
Okay, so it came up with a single and ready to mingle. Best places to find a date besides a bar.
Okay, I'm gonna let you finish before I ask my question.
Uh, this is hilarious. It gave me 3 options.
Okay.
Okay, so the park,
I'm not going to the park.
a health and fitness club,
I'm definitely not going to the gym.
sporting events, and parties. We in COVID world, so they still be throwing parties though. There's a lot of parties going on.
That I will never attend.
Festivals, volunteer activities.
But if I'm volunteering, how do I have time to meet somebody?
Because y'all volunteering together, the volunteers that go help out in places, like you can meet somebody doing volunteer work.
Okay.
In a classroom, if you go back to school, libraries.
If I go back to school, all the children are going to be like 20.
Okay, maybe so. Libraries,
You can't talk in a library.
pass notes. Oh, you remember Silent Library on MTV?
No.
That was my favorite show. All right, long distance transport, like taking the train to go somewhere just to take a ride, meet somebody.
And
on the
meet a
train.
stranger there, and we.
Listen, this is what Siri pulled up for me. I'm just
Okay.
giving. Those are her 10 options. Which one would you pick?
None of the above.
See, and I think this is where we mess up at. We don't have an open mind when it comes to meeting people in different places. What's the difference between meeting somebody at a party and meeting somebody on a train? The only difference is there's music and drinks, and there's just a train ride where it's just you on the train.
People don't talk to me on the train.
Well, people do talk to you on the train. You just don't like the people that do talk to you on the train. That's a difference. You got a few stories about it, so don't front like you do. Let's just say the
that's
quality that come and talk to you on the train is different from what you would like to.
Fair.
Like, we all have that. We have people in our inboxes that's like, let me look in the mirror because I don't believe this person just tried to say what he said to me or she said what she said.
Facts.
So, I mean, and we all have our preference. We all like what we like, and there's nothing wrong with that. And
Okay, I'm going to be honest. So I tried Facebook dating. And I am honest about my age, my height, everything. I typically get
this is going to be funny.
32-year-olds.
You gotta change the age group. The age group thing.
I did.
The settings. Cause I was on Facebook there too. You gotta change the age settings.
Okay, I'm gonna have to try that. I'm gonna have to make sure they're my settings. I have 5'8", 5'9".
You can change your settings to where
So I can change all of that.
you can change your height preference and everything.
Okay, I'm gonna come back next week with the update.
Yeah, try it and see. I mean, you're still gonna get guys who like your pictures gonna put a heart on your picture regardless because they like what they see, and that's just how it is.
Correct. And then when I like you back, you don't say anything, or you say things like this guy today. Not today. I'm sorry. It wasn't today, but it was recently. You are so sexy and beautiful looking.
You from Africa?
No.
Oh, okay. Because that sounds like an African.
No,
You know
this
the
is
guys
not
that-
even a African American.
Oh, this is a white boy.
I don't. Yes.
I mean, I'm sorry. No disrespect to the Caucasian people out there. This is a Caucasian man. That's
Correct. Then someone else. What's your plans for the weekend? No, hello, hi, I'm so and so. Nice to meet you. Just what are your plans for the weekend?
Excuse me. Some people don't know how to have conversations. They don't know how to start conversations.
Then
If
maybe
I
you
was
shouldn't be on a dating site.
All right, let me just. I haven't been on Facebook dating in a long time. I'm gonna just pull up because I seen the heart thing on my Facebook go off a few times, and
Oh shoot.
I had a few messages on there.
Okay.
I'm gonna see what
What women are saying.
women are saying, and let's just see. Okay, hey love, can I know more about you? I'm from Africa, Nigeria, if you don't mind. This is
I mean, she started out good.
Okay. Good afternoon.
That's it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like about 7.
7 good afternoons?
Yeah.
Okay. But you have to, that's like an incomplete sentence.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But Facebook date is more respectable than my DMs.
Okay, that's fair. That is definitely fair.
Yeah, my DMs they be like, can I just have your sperm to have a kid? Can I climb that tree?
I haven't asked someone,
Are you really 6'5"? What size shoe you wear?
I haven't been asked to have someone's baby in about 15 years.
Yeah, listen. I remember one time I had got 4 messages in 1 year. This lady said, and she was I'm not gonna put it out there, but she had a lot of followers and she was a respectable person. She was a lawyer or whatever. She was just like, hey, listen, I follow you on Instagram for a while. I seen your pictures. You're a great father. I'm a single mom, but I want another kid. Would you mind giving me your sperm to have another kid? I would love to have another kid, maybe preferably, hopefully it'd be a son, and he could have your genes, your height, and things. I think you would be the perfect candidate to give me another kid. And she was like, I will pay you.
She would pay for your
Yeah.
sperm.
And I was like, I'm sorry, I can't do that. Like, when I have a kid, I want to be involved. I want to be there from whatever kids I have. I don't want to be just a surrogate and just leave. No.
Get that bread, get that head.
Then leave. But then there was one that just was like, oh, you have, great features and things like that. I want you to nut in me and give me a kid. Just like that. Just like that.
No.
Just like, just like that. Just like that. Just like that.
That is gross.
Yeah, so it all depends on what social media platform you're on, but there's different ways to approach, and some are raw and to the point, and some are very calm and mannered.
Do you think online dating is becoming the top tier?
Well, especially now with COVID, hell yeah, because you scared. First of all, with this right here, you don't know how the hell I look.
You don't.
You don't know how I look.
Unless you one of them bold people to be like, take your mask off.
And then you're like, whoo, child. Put it back on. I'm like, okay, put it back on.
And that's rude.
I know, but with the mask, you can't really see somebody's face. You see,
But people still get stared at.
yeah, because you have big eyes, you have big brown eyes, so it's a attractor. It'll bring people in.
But it's creepy.
But that's all you see.
It's creepy. I told you this story, didn't I?
Everything men do is creepy.
No. I was on the E train going to work. I sat in a 2-seater because COVID. A man sat in the seat like diagonal to me. He saw me. I saw him. He said, good morning. I said, good morning. I went back to watching Snapped or whatever I was watching. This man literally angled his chair, his body, sunglasses on, and stared at me from Jamaica Center to Roosevelt when I got off. That's creepy. And then when I got off, turned his body to look at me out the window and wave. That's creepy.
He didn't know what the word. He didn't have the courage or the words to say something to you. He didn't know what to say to you.
Sir, that's creepy.
He didn't know what to say.
Sir, that's creepy.
You know what's creepy too? Women do it all the time too. Women look at men too and don't know the words to say, and they'll look, and then when a guy catch them looking, they'll turn their head away real quick. But the difference between a man and a woman is we don't think it's creepy because, one, we're a man and we know you ain't gonna hurt us.
Correct.
But for a woman, it can be a little bit different because you're a woman and you know what our intentions
Correct.
are as a man. So,
like, what if he would have got off and got on the next train with me and then followed me and all that other stuff?
But
that's creepy.
If he would have got off the train and followed you, the next step is you walk to the conductor car. You walk to the conductor car where the conductor is, and then when he pulls the next station, you pull right in front of that window and you say, "Hey, you doing, sir? Can you please call the police? This man is following me. I came over here because I'm by myself on the train. You are an MTA employee, and you can get in contact with police. This guy is following me on the train. I'm going to stay here with you until police comes." That's what you do. That's the only
Yeah.
protection you have. Or if you see, because you can't go up to a man and say, "Hey, this man is following me," because you don't know what type of man this is. He might be a pedophile too. Might want to help him.
Exactly.
So, but you go to the next best thing, which is an MTA employee, because they have radios.
Right.
And he could reach out to, "Hey, have police come down to station such and such and such. I have a woman that's being followed, and she's very scared and such and such. I'm gonna be the train's gonna stay here until police comes."
Yeah. See, that would make me. That would scare me too, because now everybody pissed off on the train because now they gotta wait until the police come. And
Well, you know what? At the end of the day, you rather be safe than sorry, right?
that's true.
You rather make it to work, or you rather be abducted in the back of a van
No, I'd
somewhere.
rather make it to work.
So listen, every day there's an MTA problem on the train. People are used to it. No matter how many times we get upset about it, we still ride the fucking train. So
Because
if
we
they
gotta get to where we
if
going.
they gotta wait 10, 15 minutes, they're gonna fucking wait. They're gonna
Right.
complain about it, but they're gonna wait.
Right.
Or they can get off and catch the next train. That's it.
Yeah.
But your safety is number one. And
Absolutely.
sometimes we do things because we don't want to put other people in out of their way. But women in situations where you feel unsafe, and you have to put yourself first.
Yes.
Fuck what everybody else is going through. You
That
gotta
I
put
agree
yourself
with.
first. There's a dude following you in the train. You go to the nearest conductor car where there's a guy or woman there. And you tell him, "I'm being followed. I moved from this car to that car, and he's still following me. Can you please have I'm gonna stay here right next to you. Can you please come down here and until I'm not moving till the police come down here."
Okay. Well, the
Answer.
last question
Mm-hmm.
for this episode is, this is a good one too. I just got out of a relationship. How long should I be single?
And until you don't hurt anymore, until you can do things without feeling like it brings back a memory of what you've been through. For women, it might be 3 months, it might be 6 months, it might be a year. It all depends on how long you was in a relationship with somebody, how long you was with that person, and the connection y'all have.
And how and why you broke up?
Mm-hmm. The only thing I can just honestly tell you is, and I say this all the time, there's no right way to love.
No, there isn't.
You're gonna get hurt. You're gonna overextend yourself sometimes, and you're gonna do some stuff that you wish you never did. But at the end of the day, each situation helps you grow and learn more about love and what the type of love you want.
Absolutely.
So I'm not saying it's easy to get over. For me, I was in a relationship for 16 years. It took me 2 years before I started dating again.
Okay.
Some people might say that is a long time. For me, I think that was just enough for me to break that bond that I had. Because, 16 years is a long time to be with one person, and it's not something you get over easy. But as I got older and I dated again, my next relationship, it took me like 6 to 8 months. It actually took me like a year, because that relationship, I wanted it to work so bad that I tried to do everything in its power to make it work, and it didn't work. No matter how much I tried, you can't make people see what's in front of them. You have to let them choose on their own what they want to do.
Right.
So that relationship took me almost a year to get through. But with social media and everything else, and my boys, doing stuff, it made it fun to just kind of get through that. My last one, the next day I was fine. Because at this point I was on this, well, it don't matter what you say or what you do, I'm going to continue to be me.
Right.
Whether I'm with you or whether I'm not with you. So I stopped letting people control how I felt and the way I was going to go in relationships, and then that was it.
Okay. I there's no timeline for the healing.
Nope.
So, because like with Robert, it was like 2.5 years relationship, because that was my last like relationship. Prior to that, it varied anywhere from 3 to 6 months to a year.
I saw my emails like, Lord, if I'm an oil change with these 3 to 6 month relationships, tell me. All these 3 to 6 month relationships, Lord, if I'm an oil change, just tell me so.
Just
Hey, listen. One last thing I'm gonna say about love is that it's definitely a great feeling to have, but it's a feeling that you can't control. Once you get into it, you either go with the flow or you try to hold yourself back. You're limiting yourself from loving the right way. So if you're in love, you're gonna do it the right way. You're not gonna do it at all.
okay. I have to stop being so mean.
Listen, when you find somebody, he's gonna make being nice so much easier. You don't have to stop being mean. You're gonna want to be nice all the time.
Okay. Well,
And that's how you know when you found somebody that you like, because you're not your normal mean person. You're different
Right.
around them. Like, you're not always standoffish. You're letting him, hey, we're gonna get Chinese tonight, and it's like, okay, what you want to get? Don't worry about it. I got this. I'm gonna order food for us, and then you trust it
right.
because it's gonna flow naturally. So when that happens, then you just let it flow until he shows that he can't do it no more.
Okay. Wherever you are, sir, please make yourself known. Please come to the front of the building. Thank you.
To the front of the podium, sir.
The
Stand
podium, yes.
Stand here, sir.
Ask a question
Yes.
with a hat on that says, "Here I am. This is me. Hello."
Neon signs and all
Yes.
that.
With the orange vest on, everything.
Everything.
Mhm.
All right. Well, get ready to take us out.
Okay. Well, as always, Monday nights, 7 p.m.
Oh, yes.
Our live shows on Instagram.
Yes, you can't forget about those.
Email timsandstilettos1@gmail. Instagram Tims_and_stilettos.
And Twitter,
Twitter is TNS.
Mm-hmm.
Tims and S, I'm sorry.
Facebook.
Tims and Stilettos.
All right. And what's your final word for the day for the people?
My final word is don't be like me. Be a little bit more open to finding love
Mm-hmm.
and preparing for love and being available
For love.
for love.
I like that. That was a good outro. I like that one.
Thank you. And yours?
My outro would be, fellas, don't drop the jaws as soon as you get in the house.
Then you can't be with me.
Nah, my last thing is love is beautiful. Everybody wants love, but everybody is not willing to do what they need to do to have love.
Yes.
We are all guarded and we are all holding on to something that's holding us back from loving properly. And until we can let go and do that without fear of failure or fear of getting hurt, we will not find the love we're looking for.
I agree. Good one.
I think I'm going to copyright that.
Okay, put on a t-shirt. Well, as always, you guys, I am your favorite girl, Davina.
And the least favorite.
No, you are
Oh,
not
the mid favorite. I'm the mid favorite.
climbing back up to the favorite guy.
Climbing back up to the favorite guy.
And thank you guys so much for listening to Tims and Stilettos.
Mm-hmm.
We will see you tonight at 7 p.m. And as always, we will talk to you later. Bye.
Thank you guys.